What is up, Gear Squad? Chaingear here, bringing you another video, and today we're back with a brand new video. But it's not just any video. It's not a vlog. It's not any video that I haven't done in, I don't know, a couple months. It's GearCast, the premier GearCast for Chaingear Gaming, one of the best YouTube channels.
I kind of wanted you to keep going. It's not a vegetable. It's
not a vegetable. It's a podcast. It's a video cast. It's a cast of characters coming to you to talk to you guys about video games.
The Smash Bros of YouTube channels.
You could call it that if you'd like. There's only 2 characters. There's not like, a ton of us. But I'm just glad to be here today to talk to you guys about freaking games. Not just any games, though.
Freaking games.
Games that are great. Oh. Today is going to be a little bit different. I just can't look at a clock today and try and parse out the time correctly.
Oh.
So I don't know how long this episode is going to be.
This sounds serious.
I'm just being honest. I've got a lot of things to do today. One of them is, as I'm sure many of you guys know, there is a tournament happening 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Blacklight Retribution, and I will be hosting it.
Hey.
That'll be on my channel for the first time. Usually it's on Twitch. Usually it's on the BCL Twitch, but this is not a BCL run tournament. We will talk about that later today. And I'll be plugging it every single hour, every single minute, every single day.
Between every segment.
Yeah.
Between like different bits of news. Today, Ghost Recon BLO tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Ghost Recon tournament. I'm just kidding. Blacklight Retribution tournament today. The Underground tournament. I believe it's called the Octagonal something. I can't remember. But it is an underground tournament. We'll talk about this. I'm really excited. And it's a lot of actually what the discussion is today. Not necessarily Blacklight Retribution itself, but tournaments, things like that. We'll get to it.
Okay.
We'll get to it. But first and foremost, Peaches.
Hi.
What have you been playing?
Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. They don't say it. They don't have that title sequence. I was disappointed. So what I did is that I grabbed my phone and I played it.
So every Resident Evil that at least I've played always goes Resident Evil 4, 5, 6.
Nemesis.
I don't know. I didn't play Nemesis.
Revelations 2.
Zero Redux HD collection.
Revengeance.
Cool.
Yes. So
give us a little bit of a tidbit. Tell us a little bit of information about the game.
It is a good game. It is a scary game.
Okay.
It feels like an adventure game, actually. So the only Resident Evil game that I beat all the way through was 4.
Okay.
The other ones that I played at length were like 0 and like a bit of 2, but like the old 2.
Right.
But even that.
And 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and 5 with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You didn't beat it with me.
No, you beat it with Dave, I'm pretty sure.
No, I beat it with Thomas.
Beat it with Thomas.
We stayed up. It was like the first time we hung out. I'm shaking the whole table. This was one of the first times we hung out, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was good.
But it feels like because I also re-downloaded Resident Evil HD for PS4, and so it very much feels like that. There are a bunch of puzzles for you to solve, a bunch of keys for you to find, unlocking doors for this set house that you're going to be exploring, and it feels so good. It feels so good to play because usually horror games, street horror games, are enough to stress people out. Yeah. But me, this is something that I was like, I need the intrigue is enough for me to keep going. The ease of the puzzles and like how easy it is to navigate through the actual house itself is easy.
Now you didn't play
none of the demos.
You're right. That's what I was gonna say. You didn't play the demos.
No.
Sorry guys, getting the chat open. Didn't realize that I had the wrong chat open. But interesting. So you didn't play any of the demos. That's cool. I played some of the demos.
How did you like that first?
I loved it. I mean, I like horror games. I just don't like playing them personally, right? So I like playing. I don't know. I played the last horror games I played with PT. The demo for Resident Evil. And the actual games that I've actually played is Outlast and Outlast Whistleblower.
Yes.
Outlast Whistleblower wasn't scary. Once you already beat Outlast 1, it just kind of gets I don't know, it's just kind of like more of the same thing, and you already know what's going to happen. So it's cool, but it's not.
People get their peepees cut off.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like more disturbing, and you're kind of just like, man, like I don't know. But it's not bad. It's not bad.
I'll tell you what. The first person took a while to get used to.
Sure.
But it definitely still feels like Resident Evil.
I was actually going to ask you. Did the first person take a while to get used to because it's a Resident Evil game, or because you just haven't played a horror game in first person?
Oh, because it's Resident Evil.
Gotcha.
Because I still
and it feels like Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, 100% does.
Interesting.
Because you're like,
well, I guess we should say when you say it feels like Resident Evil, you mean the old Resident Evils. Because if anyone's played 6 or 5, it probably doesn't feel anything like 6.
No. So I'm like, remember, all my full frame of mind is in accordance to 4.
For sure.
And of course, the long bit that I played of 2. That was the first one with Leon Kennedy.
Right.
Because after I played 4, I was like, oh yeah, Leon S. Kennedy is the most badass person ever. So
I never liked him.
So say if this sounds familiar, tons of inventory management, circular big door puzzles.
Sounds like Resident Evil.
Lots of switches for you to find. Lots of, oh no, I need 3 of this thing to activate this door. This hallway looks like something that's going to drop out of the ceiling and kill me. Very much still that. I'll tell you what, because you know me, I'm a horror connoisseur overall.
Sure.
There have been a lot of comparisons of Resident Evil 7 to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen that movie or any of those movies.
Nah.
Cannibal hillbillies in the bayou like kidnap people and there's a man that
have I ever watched scary movies?
I don't know. Maybe you have. Maybe like, who's this one time? You never know.
That's fair. To be honest, I haven't seen a couple of scary movies.
Yeah.
I've saw my favorite, Children of the Corn.
Right. Malachi. You want to give your...
I want you to, Malachi.
We watched that very recently.
Okay, cool. Resident Evil 7.
But overall, it does very much feel like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre video game.
I've heard that a couple of times.
But still very much feels like Resident Evil. Overall, it's fun, it's engaging, and I'm thinking about it all the time for me to get back into it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I would recommend you play Outlast after that.
Sure.
Outlast is a good game.
And it's always on sale.
Yeah, I mean, I have it too. You can just play mine.
Sure.
But it's a good game. Good game. I have Whistleblower. But
I definitely feel more comfortable here because I have guns. Like,
yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I've heard that it's more action, more adventure kind of thing. But
you're still very much using your knife to break open boxes and finding ammo and herbs and inventory, like combining stuff.
I need a herb.
Yeah.
Chris!
But instead of spraying yourself with stuff,
I need an herb.
You pour liquid on yourself.
Shut up! I need a herb. Yeah. Actually, I think he says herb. I need an herb.
Right.
I need healing. That's Resident Evil.
I need healing.
What other games have you played?
Trying to dip back into the BioShock collection.
Trying.
Yeah, because whenever I I played BioShock a little bit this morning with my partner Kim. Just playing a little bit. I was like, what's funny is that all the fear that I've ever had originally playing that, like BioShock for the first time when I first got the collection, all my fear just disappeared, juxtaposed with Resident Evil. So everything is like campy, scary, and like it has this huge fantasy element. I was like, okay, now I'm just enjoying this as like a kind of like a adventure-y shooter. You know what I mean? So it's very interesting from a context.
We had this conversation a little bit. I swear I'm doing something important, by the way.
Yeah.
We had
10 butts in Overwatch.
We had this conversation about thrillers. Like that's why I'm excited about thrillers. We talked about this a little bit. And I'm excited about Prey because it's going back to like that thriller genre, which just doesn't really exist. It's been a lot of horror games or scary games or whatever. So I'm excited for a first-person shooter that has thriller aspects instead. But cool. Anything else that you've been playing?
Overall, I'm just trying to figure out my financial situation so I can get For Honor when it comes out.
Okay.
Also, there's an open beta coming out that I'd love for you to at least tinker around with. Yes, it is.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'll definitely have anytime there's an open beta, I try my best to get it.
Because talk about a game that's been like completely absorbs my mind, is completely like invading my brain, like thinking about it every day. It's For Honor.
Interesting.
Which feels great, but it's also very
surprising. Yeah. Are you gonna get it at launch?
I don't know.
Are you gonna get it at launch?
That's the beautiful thing, because so I enjoyed the crap out of the beta, right? But what if the reviews are like, hey, guess what? This game doesn't work right now. I'll be like, oh, okay, that's why you wait for reviews.
Yeah.
Games will always be there.
Yeah.
Maybe there's gonna be a discount sale thing going on in a couple weeks. You don't know.
Probably.
But also I have to be very mindful because my number one most anticipated so far is coming out at the end of the month,
which is
Horizon Zero Dawn.
True. So think about it. Be careful.
And of course, there's Nioh, which I'm really curious about.
Which we'll talk about.
Too many games.
Games that I've been playing.
Yes.
By the way, I've got you guys up on the chat on my phone. That way we can kind of just focus on what's in front of us. But I do have a couple of things. Golden Angel, I'm glad. We were playing Ghost Recon Wildlands. Streamed it a little bit this morning. And a newcomer, Golden Angel, came into the chat. And now they're here, so I appreciate that, Golden Angel. I'm glad that you came to check this out. Welcome. This is Peaches.
Hi.
Co-host.
Very nice to meet you.
So we're really happy that you're here. Everybody, there are a lot of people that are in this chat right now, which I'm really excited. Probably a lot to do with the Blacklight tournament. Don't worry, we will talk about the Blacklight tournament. I'm streaming it today on this channel at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Definitely have the semifinals and the finals. We're going to try and figure out what's going on before then, but I'm
I have
really
a question
excited
about the tournament.
Sure.
How will they know when you start streaming on your channel?
Guys, if you don't know, I mean, like, you don't have to be like, oh, it's 8 o'clock, I got to watch. Just click the notification button right next to the subscribe button, and then you'll know.
I'm pretty sure I get notifications on my phone whenever you stream. You were streaming Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Yeah, I changed it with a D, but you're not fine. So yeah. If you want to know what I'm streaming, if you want to know when a video comes up, which has been far and few between recently, so you kind of gotta know when they're out. Mm-hmm. You gotta hit the notification button.
Yes,
I'm just putting it out there. But I'm serious. What? Anyway, so no, awesome. Get out of here. Halson says Chain doesn't look at the chat. I'm looking at the chat right now.
Oh, awesome's here. Thank you so much for a great stream.
Yeah, see you guys. This was a lot of fun. Inside joke guys, awesome. For those that don't know, great guy. Never gets here on time. But I'm glad that you're here today. Awesome. But yeah, games that I've been playing.
Yes,
there have been 3. The number 1 is Final Fantasy 15, and we are dedicating an entire segment to that. So we'll talk about.
I want to know everything about what you think.
First impressions. Otherwise, I've been playing a mobile game. Fire Emblem Heroes.
I knew you'd be playing that.
It's so good.
Yeah,
and it's not so good. It's good though. It's good. It's different than other Fire Emblem games in a lot of ways. But for those that maybe like Nintendo, for those that are playing like Fire Emblem games, strategy games, it's worth it. Okay. It's a Nintendo game, right? But it's not like Pokemon Go.
Is it free?
Or it is free.
Okay.
It's not like Mario Run.
Mario had that buy-in. You had to pay the $10 or something.
Yeah, I think there's like a free level or something, or a free couple levels, and then it's buy-in, right? So it's like demo. This game is like just free with microtransactions, which I think is the right way to do mobile games. I think just let players play it, and if they really like it, good buy-in. But
that's what we do with the games we like anyway. Like, wow, I really like this game. I'm going to support it with the DLC or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I paid way more in dollars for Blacklight Retribution than in any game I've ever played. So, I mean, even Paragon, I don't even play it, and I spent $100 some on that game.
Don't even play full like super deluxe edition or whatever. To have
don't even play that game, but I don't even feel bad about it. So yeah, seriously, great game. I love it. Fire Emblem Heroes, and then of course I wanted to chat a little bit about Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Don't try to get bastard for a second. Ghost Recon Wildlands,
which is an awesome game.
Please tell me about it.
It's everything I wanted. Seriously, I'm so excited.
Can I give you a little interview of what
please.
this was?
Let's do it.
So, what did they let you play, first of all?
So far, there's nothing. I'm not done. And it doesn't seem to be much of a barrier. Okay. It seems like there's one section of the map, and I can do anything.
Okay, so is this single player or co-op?
Doesn't matter.
So they let you play both?
I can do it's not separate.
Okay.
It's drop in, drop out. So if you want to drop into my game, feel free. I'll give you a code.
Let's
do this. Because I need somebody to play with. If someone has Ghost Recon Wildlands, please let me know. Don't mess up my game, though. You can only be annoying like me and be like really serious and be like, all right, Tango, down on the left-hand side. I'm putting my drone up. All right. He's in the back. I'm going.
I heard some of that dialogue. I thought it was player talk from like Ubisoft conferences and stuff, but no, that's the way the NPCs.
No, that's the NPCs, dude. I love it. I love it. And single player feels good. Single player does not feel. It feels fine. It feels like a Ghost Recon game. I mean, you can tell your guys to go places and do things.
That was my next thing. What is it like playing by yourself juxtaposed to playing with other people? And can you command your AI?
So yeah, you can command your AI. For those that haven't played a Ghost Recon game, that's the purpose, right? Is that you have like 2 or 3 people, right? It's 3, I'm pretty sure. 3 people in your game, and then you can go ahead and say AI, and be like, hey, go over there, take position here, get in a defensive position, start shooting people, round back up. You can do the same exact thing, like a little, not cursor, but like a little like circle, like you can kind of point and they'll kind of go into that general direction. And obviously the major difference is just the fact that if you're playing on, if you're playing with friends, is that they're there instead.
Oh, important to ask, how big can your squad be? And
Four.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always for Ghost Recon. A Recon squad is always in 4.
Okay.
And it feels so good, and it feels like a Recon game. It feels like you're, it's so good. It's so good. Ask me more questions.
So, no, absolutely. So, explain to me some of the different ways that you can build your characters.
Sure. So the first thing that happens, and I can go through this if you guys are interested, but the first thing that happens is character customization. You can be a female or a male, and then you can be then you can craft your character. There's not intense character customization. Instead, it's like you play as a character that you choose. So
okay, so it's not like the Division where you can pick your like facial features and stuff like that.
No, it is like the Division.
Okay.
Like but it's not like that intense, right? Okay. It's not. I don't remember the Division that well in terms of character customization, but like you basically pick your race, right?
Okay.
Which is fairly ambiguous, not ambiguous, but like they have a couple different things there. Yeah, that's what I'm playing as. So yeah, you pick like gender, you pick your race basically. Again, basically race, and then you pick your
love my hair options.
Yeah, you pick your hair options, your eye color, and then like if you have like a facial scar or something like that, and then your clothes. And that's it basically. And then that's literally it. And then you can just do whatever.
So like, when I was talking about customizing your character, I mean like what sort of like loadouts are there? Like how do you level up your character? What do you do?
You literally play with any gun that you want. There are no classes. You just
so no classes. There's no like trees to invest points into or anything.
There are. They're fairly simplistic though. Okay. So it's like better shooting, more like more types of grenades.
Okay.
Better stamina. A parachute.
Is there crafting?
No.
Okay.
No crafting. It's less RPG, right, than the Division.
Okay.
This is what I love the most about this is it is exactly what I wanted. Like the Division was so close, and they missed the key element for me, which was the gameplay. It was like, guys, you were so close, and the gameplay's not good. Like if the gameplay, if they just switched out the gameplay to Ghost Recon Wildlands gameplay, I would play the Division. I'd buy it right now. And I've heard that there are many differences with the Division now, and like if it ever becomes free to play or extremely cheap, sure.
But we can throw back the argument. It's a little bit too late. So
yeah, if it became, I'm just saying, if it came out for like 20, if they were like, if it was $20, and someone was like, hey, you want to give this a shot?
My favorite price for a Ubisoft game.
Yeah, I'd be totally cool with it. But this game is just perfect for me. And it has just enough RPG elements. And the best thing is when you talk about speccing out your character, you worry less about the stats, at least right now. I'm worried less about stats when you get stat points and you just put them into wherever you want. Like I upgraded my drone mostly is what I'm doing right now. But making characters is not making characters. Customizing my gun is the most important thing. So there are 19, I believe, I may be counting this wrong, but I believe that there were 19 assault rifles. Assault rifles.
Wow.
Like not like snipers and all this stuff. 19 assault rifles. And each assault rifle can be customized. Like, so I don't know if you've ever, in many Recon games,
scopes, butts.
Yeah, exactly. So like you open it up, like you basically go into the weapons like workshop or whatever, and it just opens up the gun, and then you just switch out whatever pieces you want. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, especially coming from a game like Blacklight Retribution, where like there's so much gun customization, but there's only one assault rifle. It's called the assault rifle.
So this is where my next question is like super prevalent when it comes to customization. I want you to explain the gameplay loop then. So is like, are you hunting down enemies to get those certain parts, or like things to like craft those?
Nothing feels worthless. That was the best.
Nothing feels worthless.
Which is crazy. We're playing a Ubisoft game I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Nothing feels worthless.
Most things feel completely useless.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I'm just sitting there like, it's so you start off doing like the first mission, and then they're like, okay, have fun. And you're like, what? And then they're like, yeah, go kill this person. They're bad. And I'm like, all right, sure. But like, I don't really know where I'm going. And then someone's like, hey, I've got a mission for you. And you're like, all right. Then a mission thing comes up. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of other things to do, but there's not like, but it doesn't, you don't open the map and then there's tons of stuff. It's kind of an empty map. You just see like question marks and things like that. It's like I go into a question mark and there's this like rebel lieutenant. So the rebels are on my side, right?
Sure.
And I talk to him and I'm like, hey, like, tell me where all of the, like, they have all the intel, right? So I'm like, tell me where all of the skill points are. And then all the skill points on that section of the map, which is very large. I can now tell you how large the game is. It's a little absurd.
A little absurd in terms of like Witcher or Just Cause or
Witcher.
Yeah, that Witcher.
Not Just Cause.
Huge.
It's Witcher because like you're in this one map and you're like, wow, this map is huge. and then you zoom out again. No, I'm talking. Yeah. So like you look at the first part of the map, right? You're like Novigrad or whatever you are, the first area, and you're like, wow, this map is big. And then you zoom out again, and you realize that's one section of the map.
Yeah.
Same exact thing happened. Sure. I was like, wow, this map is big. And then I zoomed out, and I was like, oh, there's even more.
And I think it's a different feeling because this is centered around multiplayer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like a lot of that can be overwhelming when it's just you, but it's like, oh, hey, I'm going over to this area today.
It doesn't feel overwhelming. I think that was the best thing comparatively to Far Cry, right? This game is literally like Far Cry plus The Division. That's how I feel like.
Ubisoft classically always melds different things from their different games into like these. That's the only like publisher I can think of that really does that.
Yeah, with every game.
With every single
game. All Ubisoft games of their design, right? Their development. They're all like they all take things from things, and I love that.
Like you would have to expect Rayman to have like towers for you to climb and the rest of the map.
I mean, I think yes, obviously we're not aside from Rayman. But yeah, no, it's good. I mean, it's just good. I mean, I literally nothing felt worthless. Every time I went somewhere, it felt like I knew where all the skill points were because I asked the guy where the skill points were. Went to go get some of the skill points. Then I found another lieutenant. I asked him where all of the gun parts were in this part of the map. Went to go get the gun parts. Then I saw like some intel. Went to go get the intel. Opened up a mission. I still haven't done any of the missions yet. But
so centering around the question of the gameplay loop, I want you to describe a mission and your goals in terms of yourself and pushing the narrative forward.
So it's all the same thing. You're always just going out and killing stuff,
right? Which
just feels great.
And you're after the cartel or something.
Yeah. So I was concerned. I mentioned this before. I was concerned about the narrative. When it was you, me, Loveless Soul, and we were talking about how I had some issues. I might have some issues with the game. And I don't know yet, but because the idea, right?
You might have the same concerns too.
I mean, you're just America dropping into Bolivia and killing people.
Yep.
But the narrative seems to go a little bit deeper than that.
Okay.
Kind of like probably nowhere near, but similar enough to Spec Ops: The Line.
Like that, I read everything and watched a great Let's Play of that. I was like, this blew my mind.
Yeah, Spec Ops: The Line is like, for those that don't know, it's a third-person shooter, very similar, right? But it's a narrative. Who made it?
I don't remember who made it.
I mean, it's the guys that all make the Spec Ops games, but I can't think of their name off the top of my head. But yeah, mechanically the game sucks. It's like not a fun game.
Spec Ops, you mean?
Yeah. Well, Spec Ops: The Line. I mean, it's just old, and like it just doesn't play very well.
That's what I heard. But you play it literally for the story.
Yeah. So you play it for the story, and it's a military shooter, but you start to question a lot of things, you start to recognize a lot of things. You're like, oh, this is messed up. Yes. And I think it's kind of getting to that point a little bit in the game. Not getting to it, but like you're starting to learn. Like it's almost like they're going over the top of like the cartel's evil, to the point where you're kind of like, something seems wrong here. Almost like Mafia a little bit,
right?
Where they're like, granted, I haven't beaten it, and I'm not done the story, so don't spoil anything. But there are times where like, the white guy who's part of the CIA who's working with you or whatever, or he's kind of like, stupid commies or whatever, and
you always got an over the top white handler,
right? Lincoln's like, I guess like there's always something's a little off there, and like so I'm gonna kind of give it some time. But yeah, I mean, so anyway, you're consistently basically just going around and you see these like red blurbs on the map, which means that there's cartel there. Okay. And something's happening and you go over, you basically just kill them every time.
So it centers around like, oh, there's a camp here. Let's go clear that out.
Yeah, I mean, and there's not even
reclaim stuff or
no.
Okay.
No, not yet. But I'm assuming when you beat a major like person in the game, like so right now I'm going after these two people that are basically for the Casablanca cartel. They're interrogators. I'm about to kill their interrogators.
Okay.
And I think they own a domain, and then the rebels will own the domain, I'm assuming. But I don't know. And I'm actually okay with them not owning the domain, because that means I have more people to shoot.
Right.
And that's just more fun.
Because one of the greatest enjoyments that I have is taking all the interesting elements of Ubisoft game and improving them and not being a Ubisoft game is Shadow of Mordor. So it's like, okay, now we have these lieutenants that work up with I like the idea of a hierarchy.
Yeah.
So
sorry to actually make comment on that. It's basically the same thing as Lincoln Clay versus the mob. So it has the same exact structure where there's the top guy, which in this one is El Sueño, and then all of his lieutenants, his main lieutenants, which are like the head of security, the head of influence, the head of something and something, right? So these 4 different things, and then they have underbosses, and then they have like just influencers, and you kill all the influencers, you kill the underboss, you kill the lieutenant, then you do that for each part, and then you go off jail.
So that's how you take down the cartel.
Right.
Well, how does this work? What makes this better juxtaposed to Mafia 3?
Mafia 3 sucks. The gameplay is awful. This gameplay is awesome. And it's an open world that works.
Okay.
Like, I literally can hop in any
the
vehicle.
open world in Mafia 3 was not viable.
No, it's
and half
awful.
empty.
So boring. This game is also semi-empty, but there's stuff to do. It's empty like Far Cry is empty. So there's not like cities and towns and bustling wildlife and all this stuff.
But I can hang glide through a mountain range and feel like I'm not missing stuff.
Right. I don't think I've ever was in Far Cry and I was like, man, it's such a long drive, so much to do. No, I was like, oh, hang glide. Like,
even in GTA, I'm like, I don't know why I have to drive all this distance.
Right.
Which, by the way, we're heisty today.
By the way, there's also fast travel. So that's great.
Hey, there we go.
So if you've been to a specific place, a rebel hideout, you can just fast travel to the rebel hideout. And then there's still not like, there's not a ton of fast travel, but there's enough for you to get around and then drive or airplane or fly or whatever, do whatever you have to do to get to the location. That feels great.
Sure. So tell me about your criticisms, some things that you want or some things that just like nag you a little bit.
I don't have any yet.
Okay.
I mean, I have to play more to figure it out, but I don't have any yet.
That's good. That's a good feeling to have.
Yeah.
So how much time have you put into it so far?
An hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I
guess 2 hours. So you guys saw the first hour if you guys watched the gameplay, the stream, and I played an hour before that.
Why would people are pretty badly burned of people that are not super into the Division because they're probably like me, played the demo or played a bit of the game and like got out because like, oh no.
For the Division.
So like, what can you say to those people that play the Division that are wary of this game being like, well, I don't want to play another Division?
Play it.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean that was the best thing about the Division, right? The Division, it was like, who cares? Like the Division, I don't think we were burned. Again, like I said before, we got into a hot tub and it was warming up too much. We were like, ooh, this is gonna be nice. Okay, it's a little hot. I'm getting down. This time I was like, all right, this is me putting my foot in. Pretty nice.
Get some water jets on your back.
Pretty nice. I mean, it's good. It's good. I'm really enjoying it. And I can't stop thinking about going in with other people.
Right.
That's the problem right now for me. I guess if there's only a criticism that I guess I could have, but it has nothing to do with the game, is that I just don't have friends that have this game. And if you not
send the key and I'll play with you.
Yeah, for sure. And I think people had mentioned this online is that they were concerned because there's like the GTA to play, right? And then there's like this game, I guess. I can't think of another example, but when you do whatever, right? You're like, it doesn't really matter.
I feel like there's a completely different experience.
Yeah, which is why I'm concerned about jumping in public, but like, because I don't want people to mess up my game. But not that it's like an open world like that. Like it's not like people run around and kill you.
Yeah, even with GTA, we make it a high priority to make sure it's a closed, private server.
Yeah. But I know for me, like when I play this game, like I just can't wait. I was mentioning this on the stream. The perfect person for me to play this game would have been Blissing Phoenix.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because we are just so stupidly nerdy about we're just in the game all of a sudden. We're just like, all right, dude, we gotta go down on the right hand side. And like, there's enemies on the left hand side. Like, 6 shot, you ready? Oh yeah, come on, let's do it. Like, I don't want people to mess that narrative up for me.
Right.
So, definitely send you a key. We definitely got to try it.
Yes.
And if you're interested, like, let's play. Let's do it.
Yes.
But, yeah, I'm excited. And same. And this,
like I said, like I'm looking for every opportunity to be Ubisoft being like, can you come back?
Yeah. And I mean, Ubisoft is probably a whole nother. We'll probably have to do another Ubisoft like video one day. But that's Ghost Recon Wildlands. We're gonna stop there because that was way too long. But first impressions, Ghost Recon Wildlands. I'm really excited. During the open, I'm sure they're gonna have an open beta. If you like the closed beta, let's definitely hop into the open beta.
Jump in the open beta for
Honor, definitely.
Would you like to check the chat before we get on to the next
segment?
Sure,
yeah. Sorry guys, that was long. I know, just going in. Hunter, nice to see you, dude. Proud Noob, nice to see you. Roman, nice to see you. Oh, Old School, what's good? I'm glad that you're here. Seriously, a lot of you guys are in here. This is awesome, like a lot. Don't worry, we will be talking about the tournament. The tournament is today at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 CST Central, etc., etc.
But how will they know?
Right. The easiest way for you guys to know when I start streaming is to hit the notification button. It will be on PlayStation. It will be on YouTube. So it won't be on Twitch.
In the chat, let us know who's in the notification squad.
Yeah. If you're in the notification squad, let me know. Like, let me know. I don't know if there'll be a giveaway. I don't think there will be, but I'm not sure. This is not a BCL sponsored tournament, and we'll talk about that later. But to make sure that we don't waste any more time, we're already a half hour in. Let's get into it. So the next thing that I want to talk about, we talked about what we played today. Happy about that this week. Releases and reviews.
My favorite part of the show.
So usually we kind of go on releases.com, which is awesome. I love this website, and just got an update, which we're going to talk about. And then I go on Metacritic. But there's only one game that I really want to talk about.
Same, to be honest.
And there's only one website now that I really use, and it's releases.com. Releases.com now does something very similar to Metacritic. It does, it takes critic scores, well-known critic scores, and averages them. So Metacritic does the same exact thing.
But it doesn't give any sort of window for community scores then?
Not that I've seen so far, and I'm okay with that, personally.
I'm 100% okay with that.
If I want to learn more, I can go on Metacritic, right?
Exactly.
But the fact that Releases is giving me more information, I'm really, really happy.
This is making me very happy looking at this
right now. So we're going to talk about the game Nioh just for a couple minutes, because neither of us have it, but I did a lot of research, not a lot, but a little bit of research prior, because I was really excited for the game. And I'm going to go ahead and throw this into the chat, actually, for you guys. This is old school. Definitely want to talk about that post at some point, but another time. Sorry. But the link that I just put in is releases.com Nioh. I'm really excited about this because it's got an 84 on releases.com.
Holy crap!
Which is a meta score, right? So again, taking 7 critic reviews and averaging them. On Metacritic, it has an 87, so not far off.
Wow.
Metacritic has way more scores right now. It has 26 critics, and it has no user reviews because the game's not out yet.
Give it a perfect score.
But
it's all positive. There are no mixed or negative.
Right. All of them are positive. I don't even know that the lowest looks like a 75 or something like that. I'm so excited for this game. It comes out in 2 days. On the 7th.
Yeah, I watched some developer stuff, and this looks absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I watched GameSpot's review. It's not a review yet, but it's review in progress. And they gave it really high praise, and they're like,
I read Destructoids, and I think the closer was Team Ninja is back, but really, have they ever left?
Yeah, I mean, everyone's really saying that this really is the mixture between Ninja Gaiden and Dark Souls, which I think is great. But less on the Bloodborne side and more on the Dark Souls side. It's more punishing, more tactical, less like get in there and do a flurry of attacks because you don't like heal like you did in Bloodborne. But I mean, it just looks great. And again, I don't really want to talk about it too much.
You know me, I need my souls fixed.
Yeah, I mean, I was just really excited to see. And a lot of people are saying that Nioh is not just a copy. It really is carving out its own niche there.
Because trust me, if you only have a copy, you can either go one of 2 ways. 1, you go Salt and Sanctuary. 2, you go Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah, you don't want to go Lords of the Fallen. No, never do that. Yeah, but
ironic title for how that game did.
right. And they're making a second game too, which is weird.
Why?
They're making. It's not Lords of the Fallen 2. It's like it's like a cyberpunk version or something. But I don't know.
The subtitle being, this is totally not made by the dudes who made Lords of the Fallen.
I don't even care. Anyway.
Congratulations to Nioh. Yay!
Right. Nioh looks so good. I'm really excited. And apparently Ninja Gaiden is going to be back as well. They mentioned like Ninja Gaiden's not dead. Don't worry. Like it'll come back.
When you beat the game on Super Masters mode, Ryu Hayabusa is the last boss.
That'd be awesome. It was actually really cool. The side note, this is for those that maybe really like Ninja Gaiden or anything like that. Yaiba Ninja Gaiden Z, which I actually really enjoyed. I got all the way to the end and then didn't beat the bosses on PlayStation 3 because it was really hard. I just kind of wasn't ready to keep going. But I loved it. It was a great game. And they were like, but it wasn't Ninja Gaiden. It was more like a Platinum Games game. Like, it ran really well, right? I mean, if there's anyone who pushes each other,
I just saw it as an action game played in that universe because Ryu Hayabusa is the one that kills you, right? You become a zombie.
Yeah. But I mean, if anybody pushes each other when it comes to action games, it's these guys, which is not Team Ninja, right? Who are these guys? Who made this game?
These guys? Pretty sure it was Team Ninja. Nioh? Yeah.
I have to figure this out. I don't know. What's Team Ninja?
Yeah, Wait, Team Ninja.
Who's making? Oh, sorry. I always get confused between Team Ninja and Ninja Theory.
Right.
But yeah, Team Ninja and Platinum.
Right.
These guys have to push each other. And so I'm just really excited because
this can only benefit us, the consumer, because like, what if it's like, hey, so the action title for you to get this year is going to be Nioh, or is it going to be what's the game? What's the demo you just played?
Nier?
Yeah.
It's gonna be Nier, but
Okay.
it's gonna be Nier.
But still on the consumer base for the common goods.
Nier automated. I'm so excited. All right. Anyway, so I wanted to just go
Nier or
ahead
Nioh?
and mention that Nier.
No, I mean I like.
I know, but it's Nier. But no, I'm really excited for this game to come out, to hear some more reviews about it. I love GameSpot, so I'm excited for GameSpot's review. I'm excited for even IGN's review.
The place of history is like really interesting for me too, because it's when the Queen of England was obsessed with finding the Philosopher's Stone. So your character William is sent to Japan to find it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
interesting.
It also says in the paragraph there. But not about the Queen. I read Destructoid's review.
Sure. Well, yeah. So I don't know. So this is kind of like a side note to just mention releases.com. I love releases.com. I don't get paid for this, but releases.com has gotten a lot better.
Wait, there's what I was talking about right there.
Did Team Ninja ever leave? Yeah, whatever the case might be, it's back. Yeah. No, anyway, love it. So next thing I want to mention are a couple sales.
Yes.
There are 4, I believe, or 3. Quickly, I know we usually spend a little bit too much time on this. First one I want to mention is the PlayStation Plus sale. So the PlayStation Plus sale has a lot of games. Most of them are VR games. So the easiest way to kind of filter this out, if you're on the PlayStation Store website, which I will go ahead and throw into the chat now. If you click on that link, you'll go ahead and jump right into the PlayStation Store, the PlayStation Plus specials sale. If you click on PS4 full games, that's the first thing to do, and you'll see 3 games that are on sale right now. The Hatsune Miku Project Diva X, which is a rhythm-based game. So if you're into anime rhythm-based games, that's on sale for $30. Rise of the Tomb Raider 20-year celebration, which I'm pretty sure it's just the full version of the second Tomb Raider.
As well as exclusive PlayStation stuff. You get to play as classic Lara. You get to have exclusive missions. You have all blah, blah, blah.
It's got a whole bunch of stuff in it.
$30. That's going to sell on more consoles.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so that game's out. It's been out for a while.
Its recommended price of $10.
Yeah, Battlefront at $10. Rise of the Tomb Raider is $30. I would recommend. I don't know anything about Hatsune Miku. I mean, I don't know much about rhythm games. I don't know much about anime rhythm games.
3, I would definitely recommend Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I would say Tomb Raider first, and then the reason I wouldn't recommend Battlefront is actually because if you unclick the PS4 full games and you click on not PSN games bundles, you'll see that the Deluxe Edition and the Ultimate Edition are both on sale.
Ignore the Deluxe Edition.
Okay, so ignore the Deluxe Edition.
Because it only has like an emote and a gun.
Gotcha.
Complete fallacy.
But the Ultimate Edition
for $24, be on the scale of worth it.
Okay, all right. So if you guys are interested in Star Wars, if you're interested in Battlefront, I'm assuming that has all of it, right? All the content,
everything.
Yeah,
which is a steal.
$24. So hit that up if you guys are interested. And then the last thing is the PSN games, Bound, which I don't know the price. I have all of these games.
All these.
But the price
volume is what I'm curious about.
Yeah, so I have all 3 games. Lateral Damage. You guys saw me do a stream. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and look it up. If it's like under $5, and for some reason you just want a random arcade game, get it. It's fun. Bound is a beautiful game that if you just want to kind of get lost in a world of polygons, go ahead and grab Bound. And then Volume I have not played yet, but it's a stealth game that's also fairly abstract in terms of art.
Kind of like the VR challenges in Metal Gear Solid 1 was, I heard, the consistent comparison.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it's like the same guy that did that or whatever. But yeah, check out all these games. If they're below $5, grab them. If they're at $5, it's up to you. If they're under $10, definitely up to you, right? I mean, definitely up to you if you're, if you're interested in these games.
A random segue, and I'm never going to get the opportunity to talk about this, through the other topics that we have today.
Sure.
But Stardew Valley is getting a physical release for some reason. But so keep an eye out for that. I can't imagine it's going to be anything above 20, and some chucklehead's going to return it first day anyway.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. All right, the next sale is the Rockstar sale.
Yeah.
This is super easy to get through. Me personally, I still think I don't want to say overpriced, but I can't believe it. But it's still just so expensive to me. $30 for Grand Theft Auto 5. Will this ever go under $30? Because the second it does, I'll probably rebuy it because I still haven't beaten it.
What's really funny is that again, through the insane sales that that Grand Theft Auto 5 has had, as well as the microtransactions.
Right.
They keep giving us expansion pack after expansion pack after expansion pack to the point where it's almost like every single month. So there's I'll say this: there's way too much game now. But I do
online.
Oh yeah, online.
So mind you,
yes, I was literally about to say that, but it's but online.
Yeah.
So that's how they're gonna try to justify the price to you, but. I'll say this now: GTA 5 is not $60 at retail.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I mean, it's just old at this point. Like, it's just old. And I would love to buy the
We're actually
Grand Theft Auto Online Megalodon Shark cash card for $100. Just kidding. But I wouldn't mind buying one of these, like, you know, packs with the online currency. Like, that wouldn't bother me. But I don't want to do it at $60. I bought this game on PS3 already, and I stopped playing it for a reason. I just can't justify buying it again.
Yeah, well, again, the SCT, we still play it.
Yeah, I know. I totally get that. I mean, I understand the value of it.
It's our hangout game is like to play it.
But having it once before and then having to pay for it again, it's just a little painful. And I understand that it runs better, but I heard it doesn't run that much better. So
I'll say this: the difference between GTA on the PS3 and PS4 is there's a lot of grass.
Yeah. So obviously there's first person mode and stuff too. I mean, I know that there's more. But you know,
I don't think we'd be playing the whole game in first person mode.
No. But you know, shooting people and stuff's always fun in first person. So anyway,
like I said, we're still playing it. It's still a lot of fun. There's still so much crap to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the other biggest things is that, and what I think is actually more important personally for someone like me, if you already have Grand Theft Auto 5, or if you're just not interested in getting it, Grand Theft Auto the trilogy. I bought it for $15. I don't know the price right now.
Is that 1, 2, and 3, or
that,
like three Vice City and
San Andreas? Yeah.
Way worth.
Yeah, 100% worth it. Like $15 for three legendary games. Legendary. It's worth it. So they have the trilogy. Don't even buy 3 San Andreas and Vice City separately. Just buy the trilogy. It's totally worth it. I think it's the most worth out of any of these things. And then
Warriors, Red Dead Revolver, Manhunt, and Max Payne.
Yeah. So if you're interested, you can get Bully is like a fun game, I guess. I don't know. These are all games that, like, you know, if you've played them before and you want to revisit, then do them. Otherwise, I wouldn't tell you to go back. Like the old Max Payne is old. You know, like. Super old. Yeah, like
we do love 3 though.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my 3 like HD re-release or something. Like, I don't know, I might have to get that. You know, I played that game.
How dope was that multiplayer?
I play that game all the time. Like
we had like a full 4-month obsession with Max.
Yeah. It's I don't know, it's great. Anyway, so that's the Rockstar sale for all those interested. I don't think I threw that into the chat, but I will throw that into the chat now just in case. Chain confirmed to try hard. Yeah, you're right. Brandon, I see that scuff controller on the back. I don't have a scuff controller. I wish I did. It's just a blue controller with what are those sticks? CQC Control Freaks. Just
if
Control
we were
Freaks.
tryhards, we wouldn't get platinum. So
yeah, I mean, I'm definitely a tryhard. But
as am I, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, if you've ever played any multiplayer games with me, I'm obviously a tryhard. But there's a Rockstar sale. The next sale, and the last sale, before I mention one other thing,
one of these really makes me mad.
Interesting. All right, we'll get to it for sure. Is the Play Anime sale? This is interesting. I mean, I've never actually seen this before, and I actually believe it corresponds with Funimation and I think Toei Animation both have sales on the movie and TV side. So if you guys are into anime, both of those have sales, though I would highly recommend just getting Crunchyroll. Yeah, lots of anime games. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, which I'm assuming you have feelings about the pricing.
If I were to review for the channel, it'd be a $30 game, definitely.
All right, so it's still not worth it yet?
No.
Right now it's at $41.99.
But the season pass is on sale for $1.50 less. Which boggles my mind.
I mean, it's 5% off, dude. It's worth it.
$1.50. I've never seen that on the.
It has the deluxe edition for 20% off, though. I don't know. No, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 apparently not worth it.
It's a fun, good game, but just not.
It's got to be $30 though.
It's got to be $30.
Don't buy Sword Art Online Hollow Fragment. Please don't.
Terrible name.
I played it. Not worth it. Hollow Realization is a better game. Feel free to take a look at it, but it is expensive.
$45.
I wouldn't recommend buying it at that price. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, the original, $10.
Steal. Total steal.
It's not bad. All right. One Piece, more Sword Art, J-Star Victory.
That's $12.
Yeah.
That's beyond worth it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have time to play and buy more games.
Well, Goku and Naruto and Luffy to.
Right. If I had time, I honestly probably would just buy that.
Same.
If I had the time, I would buy it. More Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Oh, the Xenoverse Season Pass, the original.
Not worth it.
Then more One Piece. Apparently, the One Piece games are good. I mean, I've
it's like
heard
Dynasty Warriors model games.
Yeah,
sounds great.
If you like One Piece and you want some fan service gameplay, then definitely look into One Piece.
So good.
So yeah, all these games here as well. That's the end of the sales. But there was one thing that I recognized, and that I thought was really intriguing. If you just go to the games section of the PlayStation Store, right in the front, there's a banner. And that banner has Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 with a little thunder sign, which is usually the flash sale icon.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's the only game that has that. And all of a sudden, it's down to 1874. It's really bizarre, but something that I thought was interesting.
I'm scanning the games here, looking for like deals, some sort of flash sale.
No, I've checked. I mean, I've gone to save, the weekly deals like always. Nothing there. I mean, it's just it's very bizarre. I just wanted to let you guys know that if you're interested in fighting games,
weird sale too. In general.
Yeah, Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
I got it.
Yeah, I mean it's now 1874, which is not half price. It was $30 it launched, right?
Capcom 3.
It launched at $30.
25.
Okay, so launched at $25, so it's a little bit off, 25% off. And if you're interested, definitely grab it.
It's just such a good fighting game.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. A very accessible fighting game as well. That's basically it, though. I don't want to spend too much more time on the sales. We're already 45 minutes in. But like I said, definitely not going at a different rate here. I'm kind of glad with the rate that we're going at. But now it's time to get into a little bit of news. Now, we haven't done this in a while. No. We kind of always just go right into the major topics. But I don't want to do that anymore. I want to talk about stuff that's going on in the game industry.
It's your podcast. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, I hope you guys like this kind of stuff. And I do plan on actually doing things like chopping up the video and putting it out there. I just haven't had time. But I don't know. I like going through this stuff. I hope that you guys are enjoying it. I hope you guys are able to chat in the chat with each other. And when you hear something cool, mention something. But wow, so many things. So many chat. Like, Chain, who is co-hosting with you in the stream? I guess this is a good time to take a pause before we get into the news. Yes, there is a tournament, Blacklight Retribution tournament at 8 o'clock. EST, Eastern Standard Time.
Notifications.
Get the notifications on though. That way you don't even have to check the time. It'll just pop right up on your phone.
I'm literally gonna have that like on my phone, next to my TV.
Totes worth it. And I mean, it should be an awesome tournament. It's an underground tournament. We will talk about that. Totes worth. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I'm really excited for it. And it's just me hosting, but it'll be the actual guys that are holding the tournament are B3 and Please Let Me Log In. And these guys have gone all out. It's an underground tournament. This is not.
It's a great name. Please Let Me Log In.
Yeah. Fantastic. I mean, these guys are fantastic. It's not a BCL tournament. So this is not like, the organization got together and ran a new tournament. This is like completely underground. And it's awesome. So we'll be talking about it a little bit more. But again, just kind of want to remind you guys.
That bolstery strength of the Blacklight community.
Yeah, no, and like I said, we'll definitely be talking about that. I think it's really important. But so the first piece of news, we're jumping into the news now. This news was all last week, a little bit of today maybe as well. But first thing I want to mention is PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus, we got some new games. Pretty big deal. We just kind of wanted to run through them a little bit.
God, I didn't see these. This is
This is good. This is good. First thing, Little Big Planet 3.
Hey!
Was that you that played that with?
Yeah. In Loveless Soul,
Yeah, it wasn't Loveless Soul. I think it was Kate.
And Kate,
It was Kate.
because we were waiting for Loveless Soul.
Yeah. I love this game. I love Little Big Planet. And Little Big Planet 3 is not made by what are their names?
Media Molecule.
Yeah, Media Molecule. So it's not like the best like Little Big Planet game ever, apparently.
It's more Little Big Planet.
Yeah, but it's more Little Big Planet. I'm actually really bought into beating this game now because I don't know, we started it and I was like, I like Little Big Planet. It's been a while, so I'm pretty excited for that. And the fact that it's free means you and all your friends can go ahead and just play the game, or you can play by yourself. It's an awesome platformer.
And our buddy Adam, our buddy Adman. Would spend the good majority of an evening eating pretzels and looking up all the run away from shark missions in the community of Little Big Planet. Like, when you're running a little platform and like all the people will make like sharks and giant monsters to chase after you. Yeah, but we did it. It's so much fun.
I love Little Big Planet. So I will definitely be playing this game soon. Maybe we'll do like a Let's Play or something of it.
I would love that.
But definitely grab this. I mean, it's free for PlayStation Plus users. Get it. And then also another great game that I actually streamed for you guys a little bit.
This guy keeps hopping in and out of my cart whenever it's on sale.
Yeah, I have it on PC and I was streaming it, so I'm really glad that we finally get it on PS4. And it's not a hero. It is a rush. It's not a boss rush, but it's like a really fast indie pixel game where you're just going out and shooting people. Like, you're not a hero. You're basically not a mercenary. You're a vigilante, right? And you pick all these different vigilantes to go out and basically kill like evil militaries and stuff to kind of take over for yourself. And it's just fun. It's so much fun. It's a little dark, but like dark humor, but it's pretty awesome. I'm actually going to go ahead and throw this into...
Coming from the man that platinumed Hotline Miami when it comes to dark but fun things to do.
Oh, Hotline Miami is so good. Yeah, I can see myself platinuming this game. I mean, I'm not because I don't have time, but I can definitely see myself playing and beating it. I loved it on PC, and now that I actually be able to just hold my controller on my PS4 and play it, I'm excited. So not a hero, great. And what's interesting here is actually, usually we only get 2 PS4 games. We're actually getting 3 extra PS4 games, which is super interesting. There's only 1 PS3 game that is like exclusively PS3, so we're gonna skip that one. But one game that is one of my favorite games on PS4, as long as you have friends, Star Wars.
Star Wars is so good.
Star Wars, I bought this game early college days when it first came out, and I played it at every tournament.
For like 99 cents.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible game. The fact that we have it for free now, it honestly is incredible. If you have friends, get this game, play it. It is so much fun.
If you have friends.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think you can play it without friends. But get it. Like, please get it. It's so good.
And free.
Yeah, and now it's free. There's also 2 other games, which is Ninja Senki DX. It's a platformer, like a side-scrolling platformer where you're a ninja. I already got it for you. Where you're a ninja shooting shurikens and stuff like that. It's fun. I've never
harmless.
Yeah, I've never played it.
Mega Man.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the idea, right?
Actually, this looks exactly like Mega Man.
I mean, that's where its origins come from, right? And I think you even get like different powers that are like shuriken, like of the I don't know, the boss shuriken jutsu. But I mean, apparently it's pretty fun. You know, obviously again, it's like a hard side scroll.
Oh, it's free for Vita. You know where I'll be playing it.
Yeah, so that's a Vita cross-buy game. And then one more, which is Torque. Yeah, I guess Torque L. And it's like a puzzle game where you're basically trying to get to the end of a map. Like, so there are little levels and you try and get to the end. And you have like a box and you basically you can make the box extend.
Oh, I've seen this. They showcase this in like some sort of indie art showcase or something.
Sure. So I mean, it's a puzzle game. So
the awards and stuff. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a puzzle game. So if you guys are interested, check that out. I believe I just threw this in the chat. Definitely check that out. And yeah, so those are the PlayStation Plus games for February. If you guys are interested, I know I'm excited. So that's piece of news number 1. And then there are 2 things that I kind of wanted to nerd out a little bit about, and then 2 things that I want us to nerd out about. Well, not necessarily nerd out about, but just chat about a little bit. One is that my most anticipated game for 2017 went gold, Nier Automata.
Hey!
I'm really excited. I believe it comes out March or May.
Ooh.
I can't remember. It's one of the M months, I believe.
Yeah.
But it went gold, which means the game is ready to go. I love the demo. Yeah, I'm so excited for this. I remember I just saw like a glimpse. I was like online just looking at stuff, and it was like, Nier is gold. And I was like, so I'm really, really excited. Another thing that I wanted to mention that is a little sad, actually, is after beating Deus Ex Mankind Divided, which I loved, I thought it was an incredible game. Unfortunately, it just didn't sell well.
Yeah, due to soft sales.
Yeah, so it just didn't sell very well. And so Deus Ex the franchise is now on hiatus until further notice. So we won't be getting a Deus Ex game, which really sucks. No spoilers, but at the end of Deus Ex Mankind, you could tell that there's probably going to be another game. And it kind of sucks because we're not going to get another game anytime soon. I kind of get a little bit emotional about stuff like that. Like when I get into a game and like I play it and there's a story and I feel like something about it, and I'm like, wow, it was really great. Or man, beating games in general for me is like fairly emotional because I don't beat games all that much. So to hear the fact that it's going to go on hiatus and I don't know when we're going to get another one makes me a little sad, but it also makes me a little happy as well.
I have a franchise like that, and I'm waiting for an HD collection. That's never going to happen.
Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe.
But yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of waiting to hear like what's going to happen. The only reason I'm excited is because there weren't enough differences for me between Deus Ex, Human Revolution, and Mankind Divided.
Sure.
I mean, there definitely were differences, and I love the game.
But like you said, not enough.
Yeah, and so I'm really excited to see like if this game if another Deus Ex doesn't come out until PlayStation 5 or something like. I'm okay with that just because I'm excited to see what's to come. And the other thing I wanted to mention is without having to work on Deus Ex, that means they're working on these new Marvel properties.
And you know that's going to make money.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're not worried about it. I think they were like, oh man, like Deus Ex isn't selling well. It's on sale everywhere now. On Steam, they had an entire franchise sale. I believe that my roommate, I'm Taxi, he just got the entire like DLC and everything for like less than $30, I think, which is great. That's an incredible value. So if you see this game on sale, guys, Mankind Divided, definitely buy it. It's totally worth it. But the fact they're going to be able to work on the Avengers game now, and apparently the rumored Guardians of the Galaxy game as well, I'm excited.
That's weird. The 2 Guardians of the Galaxy games are coming out.
I'm not too surprised, to be honest. I mean, it's the same thing as Batman.
And to say about Walking Dead as well. That's fair.
Right. But we'll see. We'll see. So the other 2 things I wanted to mention are things that, one, I think that everyone here should definitely be, definitely know about. There's been a lot of open betas, a lot of open betas, closed betas, alphas, things like that going around, especially for basically all Ubisoft games. And they're not done yet. They've also been doing these open weekends. So these free-to-play weekends. Which
like
is
Watch Dogs.
Yes, which is a little misleading because they're like, oh, it's free to play. But it's not free to play. It's just free to play weekend. And Rainbow Six Siege is free to play. I think this is really important, and I'm really glad because Rainbow Six Siege has changed a lot.
It's a huge cult following now.
Yeah, I mean, not even a cult. No, this is big. Like everyone's playing this. Like actually, a lot of people who are in the Blacklight Retribution universe here, you guys that are playing, there are half played that game. A lot of people are moving over from Blacklight to Rainbow Six Siege. Very interesting shift. I didn't expect to see it.
Will it satisfy our try-hard weaniness?
I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm going to play it.
Try too.
But it's also one of those things where it's a little surprising because it's very different. I mean, it's like, it's no respawns, things like that. But again, I heard there was a lot of new content, and there is a giant patch coming out for what I believe to be a new game mode and 2 new operators. So, which are 2 new characters with different abilities and stuff. So I'm really excited to hop into the game and see what's going on because apparently it's just complete. It is the game, and you get it for this weekend. And then if you like it, apparently it's 50% off. So if you
how much would that be?
I believe it's still at full price. So I think it's $25 or something. I think full price right now is $50. So I think it's $25, but you can get the ultimate edition for like $33 or something like that. So if it's good, I heard there's a lot of content in it now. So I'm excited to check that out.
It's nuts about this.
Yeah. So I would, it's
funny because juxtaposed to the beginning to the launch, everyone was like, eh.
Yeah. So I like to compare this to Evolve, where like Evolve just went downhill so fast. Where this game kind of went like
that went a little bit El Toro, didn't it? It went
There's this inverted bell curve of like. Yeah, this game's had a lot of hype, and okay, I guess it's good. And then like lots of content came out, and a lot of the right people were playing it, and it just went up. Where again, El Toro for.
Meanwhile, Evolve went to wow, this is okay. No, it's bad now. Everyone hates this game.
Yeah. Evolve just didn't do well. But yeah, so I just wanted to mention that. And the last thing I wanted to mention is I was kind of struggling between making this news or not, and it was the fact that that they announced the multiplayer mode for Mass Effect 3. Not Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect Andromeda, awkward. And yeah, so I was kind of like, we don't really care about that, so I don't really want to talk about it. But what I did find interesting was that BioWare is making a new game. That I find interesting.
They teased it a long time ago. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
At the BioWare booth, they had several developers wearing literally the new IP shirts, and they were like, "Hey, by the way, this happened, and none of you noticed." Yeah. There are no pictures.
Quality.
Have fun.
Oh, I'm sure there's a picture somewhere. I'm sure someone's got a picture somewhere. But I mean, there's no way that some fanboy wasn't like, I love BioWare picture. I heard that definitely happened. But there is actually a note on this IP by somebody who works at BioWare.
Would you like to read it for the rest of the class?
Sure, yeah, why not? It says, "Hi, everyone. As we are working hard to finish Mass Effect Andromeda, I wanted to take a minute to talk about our new IP. This is like the first time I believe they made public mention of this, so it's kind of a big deal, right? Okay. As our CEO mentioned, we're creating a unique IP that will bring players together in exciting new ways. So this is interesting.
And it's not an RPG. I just got the news here.
Right. So there's a lot of information about this kind of already that's kind of been, I don't know, leaking, but been chatted about. One is the fact that it's not an RPG. That's kind of a big deal. There'll be much more to say in the upcoming months, but for now, just wanted to offer a little bit of background. In 2012, we started crafting a new universe with new characters, stories, gameplay. I think that's a key part, is gameplay. Our ambition is simple. Draw upon 20 plus years of development knowledge and lessons to create something fun and new for our friends to enjoy. There's nothing quite as exciting as building a new IP from scratch, and it's more thrilling for us to share with you in the future. I'm really excited about this because you've seen through BioWare many different things in their old IPs that never really flushed out. And what I think is the most interesting is there have been a lot of rumors that it's not an RPG and it's a multiplayer game. And I think that's interesting because they randomly started to do all this random multiplayer stuff. Mass Effect had multiplayer, I believe, since
Dragon Age had like multiplayer stuff, like separate components where you build a character individually of your main character and stuff like that.
And something tells me that that's what they were kind of testing, right? They're used all
like
of this
all starting to make sense now.
Right. So they've been using this 20 years of RPG knowledge probably to make some sort of multiplayer game that has these RPG elements. And I'm really excited about it. Curious. We've talked about this many times. Like, we understand that BioWare games are incredible.
Yep.
We just don't like them. Like I know that Dragon Age is awesome, and all the time I think about going back to it, and then I remember why I stopped playing it. So I'm excited to see where they're like, okay, we're done making iterations on these IPs, and not done, but now we're going to make Mass Effect Andromeda, for example, not part of the original trilogy. We have no idea what's going to happen in Dragon Age, but now there's this whole new IP that they don't have to, hold themselves to these, to the ideas that, that the current customers already have. So I'm really excited to see what comes out of this because I love hearing about a really, well-known studio making a new IP. This is why Destiny was one of the biggest pieces of news in our generation. Because all of a sudden the Halo guys, I mean, this is the Halo guys, right? We're making a new game. Like, what do we mean? You've only made one other game, which is like crappy old arena shooter marathon. Like, you guys are the Halo guys. And they're like, no, we can make other games too.
The Destiny guys now, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, right. I mean, they're not the Halo guys anymore at all. It's 343 Studios. So anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. Wanted to kind of bring that out there for you guys if you were interested. I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the chat as well. Chaingear, will you be streaming the tournament on YouTube or Twitch? YouTube. Mass Effect, Call of Rainbow Creed. Assassin, I miss you, man. I miss you. And also, if you want to play Ghost of Recon, thank you for Assassin, otherwise known as Mexican. Actually, they're the reason that I have a code for Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Hey.
So if you are interested in hopping in that, and actually they sacrificed the code, so they gave it to me.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so I really appreciate that. So if you want a code, I get like invites. If you're interested, please let me give you an invite. Yes, as you mentioned, it will be on YouTube, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's exactly right, Roman. Okay, so let me go ahead and I already threw it in. Okay, cool. So
it's the closest you'll be to Blacklight for a while.
Huh?
It feels like this is the closest to Blacklight you'll be for a while.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see what happens with the underground tournaments, and again, we'll talk about this in a bit. But that's all the news. So we talked about what we were playing today, releases and reviews. We talked about the sales. We talked about the news. Now it's time to talk about our major topics, and there's only 3 major topics. Don't want to go too deep in. We're already an hour in now, and I don't want to make it a 2-hour podcast. But first thing I want to talk about, first impressions for Final Fantasy 15.
I want to know all of them.
Feel free to ask me questions.
Okay.
It's awesome. Sorry, guys.
Okay. I was literally about to be like, so how is it?
It's incredible. So what I did was last weekend, I told everybody to leave me alone. Literally. Like I was like, please, I'm sorry. Don't talk to me. I need to watch the movie. So I watched Kingsglaive, and I had already previously watched Final Fantasy Brotherhood.
The anime.
Yes. So 4-episode or 5-episode anime that just kind of gives you background on each character, which is adorable. It's not like action-packed, it's just adorable. It's like, we're the characters of the show. And I'm like, this is great. It's not always adorable. I guess some of them are actually a little bit not adorable, but there's only one that I really remember that sticks out in my mind, which is the story of Prompto, who is adorable. And then
I want to know more about the blonde guy with the glasses. It's like I have a new recipe.
Yeah. That's good. It's good. I would watch.
Everyone keeps telling me that he's gonna be my favorite character.
That or Prompto. But
who's the little blonde guy, right?
Yeah, I like him a lot. I would watch the anime just just so you have an understanding of. I mean, it's just kind of fun.
I mean, they're all obnoxiously hot.
Yeah, they're all extremely attractive for no reason, and they're all like the different types of attractive. Like it's like
yeah, the big
I'm giant Gladio. I'm super smart. Yeah. I'm just kind of a little kid. It's just like that.
Look at Michelangelo and
then there's Sasuke.
Sasuke.
So which we'll talk about.
Are you playing it in English or Japanese?
In English. Yeah. I mean, I trust Square Enix in their English stuff. So, I mean, I'll probably replay it in Japanese or something. When I say replay it, I mean, I would love to replay it in Japanese.
Resident Evil 7 in Japanese.
Oh, you're playing Resident Evil in Japanese?
And it is hilarious.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to think too much. So I'd rather just like play it. But yeah, it's good. So anyway, I watched the anime. I watched the movie, which, the movie is not like, incredible. Nope. The graphics are incredible.
I mean, we still watch Advent Children every day.
Advent Children is incredible, but this movie is not incredible. Like Kingsglaive is obviously like just information,
just the tie-in, expulsion of exposition.
Yeah, which is perfect. I mean, it's perfect for that. The only weird thing is that you can't rent it; like you have to buy it. So that was kind of a little painful, which is a story for another time.
Is a story.
Yeah, just the fact that I had to buy it. But anyway, I watched everything, and then I jumped into it, and it just felt amazing. It just felt amazing to just sit down.
Do you pick up homies, or do you just like it's just the core four the entire time?
No, it's the core four. You're on a trip, and you just learn the first. I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, the whole thing is that Noctis is a prince.
Yeah.
And wait, who voices his dad? It's Sean Bean, isn't it? So he's definitely gonna die. Sean Bean never voices a character that lives.
I won't give any spoilers.
Okay.
Watch the movie.
So they're on this road trip. What are they doing? Where are they going? What's up?
That's what you need to find out.
Okay.
It's awesome. I mean, you're literally just taking this road trip and learning so much about each character, and obviously leveling up and RPGing, right? And fighting monsters and stuff. And it's just incredible. I mean,
how's the combat feel?
It's good. It's weird because it's not action. It's not, it's not Platinum Games.
Right. It looks awesome to watch though. I'll tell you what, these trailers are like, whoa.
Yeah, so what's interesting, right, is Final Fantasy went from 12. Final Fantasy 12 was this weird time-based thing that was in an active world. So it was really weird, but people liked it. And then they went to 13.
I'll formulate more structured questions while you're asking.
Sure. In 13, they went to this weird, let's make the game look super good. Watching 13 looks great, but the gameplay was awful. Yeah. Until Lightning Returns, which is the third in the 13 series. So the third game got good. The rest of them were bad.
Okay.
Then 14, which isn't in order, 14 came out at the same time 13 came out. 14 is online, so that's a time-based system. And then there was this game. In this game, it's action-based, but it's still kind of time-based, and there's a weight system that you can toggle on or toggle off. No. You literally can just sit there and the game freezes, and you can kind of pick what you want to do. But you'll still go into an action.
Like Dragon Age.
No.
Okay.
Because that's still commanding. Okay. You're not commanding. You're just like thinking. So it's really interesting. It's really intriguing. I can show it to you. It's really intriguing. And you can just kind of go out and do stuff.
Got my stuff.
Let's hear it.
Okay. How do you like the boys?
Like the cast?
Yeah.
They're good. It's fun. I like it. I mean, you totally need to watch the show and then watch the movie to get not even the movie, just the show, to get a good understanding of the cast. I mean, again, there's Noctis, there's the Guardian of Noctis, then there's the Keeper of Noctis, and then there's Noctis' best friend. So it's them, and they have incredible banter. They talk about things all the time, and you never feel like you're alone in the game, and it's great.
Sure. Customization in terms of aesthetics and skills.
Yeah, I don't really know yet. Like, I know there are aesthetic things to change. I just remember one time Noctis was like, man, it's so hot out here. And Gladio was like, then take your jacket off. So then I took my jacket off, and I was like, then I kept going. And there are lots. Sure. I know there's lots of stuff in the world, but I haven't played long enough to find those things in terms of skills. Yeah, I mean, there's a huge tree, and you can. Well, actually, in terms of skills, there aren't Noctis specific skills. So Noctis has like combat, and then Noctis has like different ways of fighting, and then Noctis also has magic, which is a consumable which is really interesting. So instead of having like a magic gauge and
like a mana meter or something,
yeah, no, it's just a consumable, which makes it way more accessible, and you can replenish those consumables basically infinitely without spending money. So it's awesome. Like that way. I mean, it's really good the way that they make that work.
Sure.
Yeah.
How?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sure.
The cast or the party does have skills.
Okay.
So I'll be fighting, some big enemy, and I'll be like, Gladio, use this move, and then Gladio will use the move, and then I can link with
Gladio, the big guy.
Yeah, or any of them. I mean, I can tell any of them to use their moves, but it's awesome.
He is very aesthetically pleasing. So gameplay loop, how is it? So where does it center around? What are you collecting, and what are you really doing?
So it's like an open world, but it's super narrative driven. So it's really
that's the kind of open world that I need personally, because I used to freaking love and eat every single open world game that I found. But when I saw Final Fantasy 15, I was like, I really hope that there's a little bit of I wouldn't mind a little more linearity to my open experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's way more. It's like, go do this thing, and I'm like, and nothing makes me like, man, I really want to go do that thing though. Instead, I'm kind of like, okay, like I don't really mind doing it. And there's not like a ton of things. It's like you go to a new place, there's like a bar or a restaurant, and you go talk to the like whoever owns or runs that restaurant or whatever, and they give you like hunts to do, so you can go out and hunt creatures, or you can learn more about the area to go collect materials or items. If you don't like the running speed, you can go hire chocobos and ride chocobos. You can drive your car, or you can have I can't think of his name, the butler dude, drive your car. Yeah, I mean,
what are the quests like?
Kill stuff. Go find a person that then you will eventually kill stuff.
Sure. So the Skyrim mentality of like, go over here to kill this thing that's been bothering us. Now go over here and talk to this guy until you can kill another thing.
Yeah, but it's not really that quest focused, right? It's very narrative focused. Okay. So the quests are usually to push the narrative. Okay. It's usually to go out and go do something. Like, for example, like I had to go to a boat to go somewhere. I'm trying not to spoil things, but I had to, just go to this place with a boat and go somewhere. And that was the quest. And then on the way, obviously, I saw things, so I stopped and I did things. And it's awesome because you're driving the car, right? And then, I'm just like, hey, hold on, like I want to go out and find this thing. And they're like, sure. And they pull over, and you got the car, and you go do something. And I did just kind of side note. There is like a day and night cycle. Don't be outside at night.
Don't be outside at night. Why?
Because it's awful.
Awful skeleton people.
Demons.
Oh God.
I was put on a quest. No spoilers. I was put on a quest, and it's this guy who basically blackmails me for something.
What a dick.
And he's like, and I don't have to listen to him, but I decide to. And I get extra XP for it. So I go out and I have to find him this material. So I go out and I go out to go find this material, and the music changes, and it's at night. And all of a sudden, there's this giant sleeping bird with a giant snake tail. Oh. And I'm like, it's not a snake tail, but it had a massive
crap right there.
Oh, it's massive, way bigger than that. So I'm like,
want to give us a size comparison? So this is you love this. This is Noctis.
Yeah, let's pretend this is the bird. This is its tail.
Oh my!
You're there. I come over here, and this is its face, and it's like, and I'm like, oh God! I mean, it was like impromptu. Like, holy crap, guys, we can't do this. And Gladio's like, don't wake it up. And I'm just like, oh my God! And I go over, grab the material, and I leave. And then I wake it up, and it just goes. It's just massive, opens up, and just leaves. And like, well, it's not a fight. It wasn't a fight. But it's just like. And then the incredible Final Fantasy 15 music starts playing, and you're like, what? And then it just flies away. And I'm like, let's get out of here, guys. And they're like, oh, God, I can't believe we made that. So I run back to the car, but it's like pitch black. And so the first tutorial comes up, and it's like don't be out at night. What are you doing out at night? And I'm like, what? What do you mean? And I run to my car, and all of a sudden this circle opens up, and these giant demons come out. Oh, in the demo, did you play the demo?
Yeah.
Do you remember the giant Iron Knight thing?
Yeah.
2 of those spawn at the ground.
No!
And they're level 20, and I'm level, 7.
No!
I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go!
What is the sort of endgame thing to do when you go out?
Not even endgame, it's probably mid-game, but, right now I just can't survive.
Just like in Dying Light, like remember you can't go out and he's like, don't be out at night.
Right.
Dude, now it's like I'm gonna be out at night all the time.
And it feels good because like you can go out at night, you just need to be really careful. So I thought that was really awesome.
Witcher, it's like you can kill anything potentially, you just gotta be skilled.
Yeah, aside from the fact that Witcher is skill, this game is more levels.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't matter how skilled you are. I mean, I guess you could be pretty skilled and I guess keep dodging things, but it'll take you an hour to beat one enemy.
The last thing I want to ask is tell me about some of the extra things to do, if there are any.
Yeah. Each character has skills that are not attack based.
Okay.
They're world skills. Noctis fishes. Prompto takes pictures. I cannot think of his name. But the guy with the glasses, he makes food, and Gladio doesn't do anything. Gladio just like wanders around and finds stuff. He like adventures, which means like he'll like every time you do more walking and stuff, he levels up, and then he like finds stuff on the ground, which is pretty helpful. But he doesn't actually have anything.
Hey guys,
yeah, I mean every time you beat something, he'll be like, "Found a potion," and you're like, "Yes." But
you went a bit Patrick Warburton. Found a potion.
Yeah, found a potion over here. But yeah, no, it's great. It's great. Because, for example, I went fishing, and I realized I could go fishing forever if I wanted to.
Like Stardew Valley.
Super dangerous.
Super dangerous?
Less than, not super dangerous, isn't actually dangerous.
Or is it sucking on all your time?
Yeah. It's more like Animal Crossing, less Stardew, because you don't get nearly as much, right? Like, it's not like, okay, today I'm going to go fishing because, I already ordered my cabbages. It's more like I have lots to do. Like, but I'm like, but I can go fishing. Like you can level up your fishing abilities, or you can go take pictures with Prompto or something. But yeah, I mean,
what
there's
are the
just
benefits of those outside skills then?
Money usually.
Check.
Money, experience.
I was just like, so what's his face taking selfies of everybody? Doesn't that?
Yeah, so it's cool because Prompto will just take pictures.
Okay.
Like you won't even know that it's happening, and then at the end, when you go to sleep, like you go to an inn or you just sleep somewhere.
The pictures are Prompto.
Yeah, yep, and then you can go through them and save them, and that's adorable. It's great. It's freaking phenomenal. The game is
so much bro ship.
It is. It's so much bro ship. Like it's just like it's great. It really is. It feels really, really good. Yeah.
I mean, that's everything that I was curious about. Just because, like, I'm not gonna be playing it until you're done with it. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably stream it. It is a lot more streamable than I thought it was.
I'll tell you what. I was so tempted to get it when I had like my funds for the month. I was like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely good. I want to know what you think when you see it.
Sure.
Because it's not. It's not. I don't want to say it's accessible.
Sure.
Like it is very RPG.
Sure.
But it is more accessible than any other Final Fantasy I've ever played. So like 13 is the least accessible in the last couple of years. I think this is accessible. But just I don't know. I'll have to see what you think.
Sure enough.
So that's Final Fantasy 15. First impressions. That's it. The next topic. It's an important topic.
It is.
It's all about Sasuke.
Yes.
Sasuke-kun.
Sasuke-kun.
Just kidding. It's not about Sasuke, but it is about Sasuke. Sasuke is the code name for the new update for the PlayStation 4.
I'm so hyped.
Dude, I wasn't even ready for this.
I'm so hyped.
I didn't even know this was going to happen. Like, it literally just came out of nowhere, and I am very excited for one major reason. Two major reasons. But we're going to go through all of them.
Okay.
We're going to skip this one because it's the best part. The first one is custom wallpapers.
Yay! I've been asking for that forever.
Yeah, this is good because, like, there are themes and stuff, sure. But, like, it'd be nice to just have, like, a wallpaper. And I knew they weren't going to launch with it. I mean, they want you to buy the themes, right? Right, exactly. So they want you to buy the themes and stuff. And you can still utilize themes, but now you can have custom wallpapers. I like that. Maybe a screenshot that you took.
I wonder if we could interchange, like, oh, now we have a theme with this certain amount of music or iconography, and then have a custom wallpaper.
Yeah, hopefully, right? Hopefully, but we'll see. But yeah, custom wallpapers. They changed the quick menu. They changed a little bit.
That quick menu, dude.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what the changes are. They mentioned it was really like a party separation. So it seems like when you go into like your friends or something like that, like it will open up a different like party menu. And I'm not really sure, but apparently they just cleaned it up.
Covers lots of your gameplay screen to be now able to access handy party features via online friends, like creating new parties, inviting friends, and joining parties without transition to a separate party app. That's extremely useful for me because we're hopping between parties all the time with the SCT.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know. I mean, it just seems like better stuff, less outside menus,
less
more
clicks.
Yeah, more inside menu, more inside quick menu menus. Okay, so that's a big deal. The next thing is simplify notification lists. Basically, a lot of this is just like streamline, make the UI better, make the UI faster, iterate. So that's good. So simplify notification lists. It's one major notification list you can click into and do all these things comparatively to the notification list right now. Is like there's like notifications and then there's notifications again, but your notifications are like your primary notifications that you can then get rid of, but all the notifications still live there. It's super weird. So now it's just one notification list, it sounds like. So yeah, so you can quickly access notification menus from the option menu to turn off or customize which pop-up notifications appear, which you can already do, but apparently now you can do it even more. Yeah, and you can even make top priorities for pop-ups. So it's good. And then you can now be more social on PlayStation Network, which I actually kind of like. Every once in a while, I'll have someone be like,
I peek.
Yeah, like every once in a while, someone's like, oh, dude, I saw you were playing this game, like on PlayStation. And I'm like, how did you do this? And I think it's really cool because I stream and I see more and more people coming into the streams saying things like that. So they'll be like, oh, like, nice stream, dude. Or like, oh, I see you're playing this game. So it's cool that, we're going to be able to do more. And so it just says basically adding the ability to post directly to an activity on the feed. So I think that's kind of cool.
And GIFs directly into your activity feed.
Oh, nice. That's great. Yeah. So I think that's kind of cool. Nothing huge for me. I don't really think I care that much, but I think it's cool that they're adding it. Also for VR users, you can now watch 3D Blu-rays. That's kind of a big deal. Another use for your, VR stuff. So that's cool. But the two most important things,
which is what I'm most excited about.
Yeah, this is so important. We were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Finally, and honestly, way overdue. External hard drive support. This is a huge deal. I've got a 1.5 terabyte hard drive over there. It's getting very little use. Actually, I use it all the time. But I plan on buying another one. Hard drives are extremely inexpensive at this point. You can now buy, I believe it's like an 8 terabyte hard drive, which I'm going to do. An 8 terabyte hard drive, plug it into your PS4, and you can put your games on it. This is such a big deal for someone like us.
Yeah, like the downloads everything.
I literally I hate the fact that I don't have access to all my games. I hate it. And I have 2 terabytes? I think I have 2 terabytes on my PS4. Already reached the cap. So the fact that I can now add 8 terabytes to that, yeah, it's a big deal. And games are huge, and they're only getting bigger. So I'm really, really, really excited.
I'm trying to scrape the funds together right now to invest in a 1 terabyte thing just to attach to it.
Dude,
we'll see how that goes.
Just get the bet. I'll help you. I'll find one, but it's not even worth. Don't just get a 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte's not gonna be enough. If you can find it, because data, is less expensive the more you get. Until you get to a certain point where the technology's different. Get the biggest hard drive you can get. Okay. Just save until you can get it, because then you're gonna be like, I ran out of space again. That's what data. You know what I mean? My computer, I have 3 hard drives in there. Because I just keep adding on. It's worth buying just a big hard drive.
Okay.
I'm so excited. 8 terabytes, I'll never have. The funny thing is, I'm going to have to delete games. But and it still all comes up on your cross-media bar, whatever it's called. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm so excited. All the folders in the world. All the folders. Oh, I'm so excited. So that's a big deal. And then the second big deal is for me personally. And you're not going to find this in the blog post that I will go ahead and throw up here. LPS, nice to see you again. Glad that you woke up. Delete game updates you never play. I can't, Assassin. I can't.
Hello. Glad you woke up too.
Boost mode for PlayStation 4 Pro.
This is all you.
This is a big deal for me. So games have to patch to have PlayStation 4 Pro support, right? So if I get, I don't know, Watch Dogs 2, right? Or what's the game? Uncharted 4.
Sure.
Uncharted 4. We both have Uncharted 4.
Yes.
We both played it. Both beat it.
Yes.
I got a patch for it, so now I can play it in 4K. But what if there's a game that doesn't have a patch yet? No worries. PlayStation 4 now has a boost mode.
Boost mode.
And it's all about, it seems like it's mostly frame rate, which is, I think, the most important. So basically, all of my games will run better now.
Yep.
That's huge. That's really big for someone like me who invested into PlayStation. I want to see that return, and I don't want it to have to be on developers. Now, it's better when a developer does do it, but PlayStation is now offering it. And Xbox has already done that. So the fact that it's going to be, and I believe it says improving gameplay, including higher frame rates. And that's it. So I'm really excited about that. And then it says something about, if you have an unexpected, gameplay behavior, just turn it off. But I'm really excited for this.
That's dope.
Yeah, this is good. And it's experimental, I believe, when it first comes out. But I'm just really excited for that. So that's the update. Big deal. I don't know when it comes out. Do we know when it comes out? No. The beta for it is February 3rd, which somehow I'm not in that beta still. What the freak?
Look at our trophy counts and give us everything.
I don't understand. And we'll release for all PS4 owners later this year. Well, whatever happens, it happens. But I'm excited. I'm excited for it for sure. That's basically it when it comes to the updates. And we got one other thing I want to talk about.
Okay.
And this is kind of like the major topic. So I know that this has been going on for a while, but for me, it feels a lot better. I feel like we're not rushing things. It's good. And I want to talk about, this is obviously the majority. We've been kind of hinting at this, not hinting, literally telling you guys that there is going to be a Blacklight Retribution tournament
Time
today.
to pee.
No, it's not about Blacklight Retribution. But there's a Blacklight Retribution tournament at 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Be there, be square. Hit that notification squad. Hit me up. It's going to be totes, adorbs, awesome / dopeness. But the reason I wanted to bring this up is this topic is all about games as a service. This is something that we've recently been hearing. Aside from MMOs, MMOs have always been a service, right?
Yeah.
You buy in and you pay every month, or the free MMOs, which obviously they have to keep giving you content because they want you to keep paying for random content, right? They don't make you pay for the game, but they make you, they want you to buy in-game stuff. But now there's this idea that multiplayer games like Overwatch or multiplayer games like The Division or Destiny, these are not MMOs.
No.
But they have these MMO-esque things going on. And Overwatch was the first one that I remember really talking about how the game is a service. Obviously, Blizzard would know this well. World of Warcraft, even Diablo, which is weird. Diablo is not an MMO at all, right? It's just a 4-player dungeon crawler. But it's a service. Every single time, they're always adding new content. They're always adding seasons, right? There's always these different things to do. Oh, yeah. And they obviously took that same idea and threw it into Overwatch. So Overwatch is a service. And what I kind of wanted to talk about was kind of the company versus the community. So you take a game like Destiny, right? Destiny, a game, incredible game, lots of content. And, every couple months they do an event, or they'll do I don't think they've ever done tournaments or anything. But basically they try and make it a service by giving you content and stuff. And the way that I kind of like to think about this is DLC and patches and events and tournaments. First thing I want to talk about is DLC and patches.
Yes.
So what's a game? Well, let's talk about Overwatch because we both play Overwatch.
Yes.
As a service, right? They're giving us a lot of content for free.
Yeah. And
the payoff, right, is that we keep playing it, and that some people buy these, they might buy the boxes, right? Now, I always thought that was a little weird, and I still think it's weird, and I don't think it. I'm surprised that they're making money off of it that much. That 100%. People are buying that many loot boxes.
Makes me mad.
I think it's just weird. I want to give them money, but I'm not going to give them money for loot boxes. You know what I mean? But at some point, they have. I guess they don't have to. But what confuses me is the fact that, Diablo, for example, you're not paying for anything. Nope. There's nothing to pay for. But how is it still running as a live service? You know what I mean? Comparatively to Destiny, where we've paid multiple times. We just never stop paying, right? Not only have they, if you bought Destiny day one, you bought the $60 game.
Yep.
Maybe you bought the Ultimate Edition.
Yep.
And then you bought the season pass, which only gave you 2 of the DLC packs. Yep. Then you had to buy the next DLC pack. Yep. Then you had to buy the next DLC pack. Yep. We've been giving you money forever, and people have been doing it. So I understand why Bungie has tons of money. They can keep opening this live service and working on their second game. But how does Blizzard do that? Right? They're not. I understand that Blizzard has a ton of money and can do it, but they're not going. They can't be going into the negative for this game, right? Somehow Blizzard is paying their employees to make Overwatch and to continually develop Overwatch, while the only way that they're making money is new players buying it and people buying loot boxes.
Right.
This is just surprising to me. So I thought it was interesting to kind of maybe chat a little bit about.
There's also now over 20 million people playing Overwatch now.
Right, sure. which is like, you know, a big deal, but like they don't make money from us playing. They made $60 from us buying it. Or $30 from us buying when they bought it on sale.
That big ass install base, or people could be barring loot boxes.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's weird, right? Yeah, you have a massive install base that buys loot boxes. I mean, I just thought that was weird. That's the microtransaction piece. But what I really want to talk about is the DLC plus patches piece. Is that there's this DLC that we get. I mean, you probably remember when you probably remember when DLC first like came out.
I don't know.
Really? All right. Well, DLC first came out during PS3, Xbox 360 era.
Yeah. Okay.
Because that's when the internet, you know, was like in every console, and EA. Right. Yeah. So this is what I love. EA is like, people hate EA, but EA is like the tastemaker, right? Like they'll just do anything to make more money.
They don't make bad games. That's
what right. They make good games, and then they find a way to make money out of it. They're the ones that did microtransactions. Yep. They're the ones that did online. Remember, you had to buy the game new, or you had to buy
online pass.
Yeah, to play online, you had to buy the online pass or buy it new.
Yep.
They're the ones that did all these things.
Yep.
I remember when they made Dead Space 3, and they put microtransactions in it and the online pass in it.
And in turn, Uncharted was like, "Hey, you need to buy the online pass." They're like, "What? What do you mean?"
Because the industry was just following. It was so bizarre. But like people were saying, like, look, I know, but it kind of makes sense, right? I mean, I remember me saying, like, well, a lot of people just buy games to play online. You know, like you buy Call of Duty, yeah, buy it new. You get the online pass, everything's fine. You buy it used, sorry, dude, you probably got it for $20 from GameStop. You have to buy like something. They get no money from that, right? So now you're going to have to pay to play their online service. Now they forsake that, right, to get microtransactions, which is a way better model, obviously, which is just interesting. But EA's been doing these things for a long time. But what's interesting now is how patches and DLC are just so kind of interchangeable, right? So we take a look at a game like Final Fantasy 15.
Dictates something that's big for free and paid work. Like when you look at like CD Projekt Red and Witcher 3, it's like you give us like all these new quests, all these new weapons, all these new things. And then you have, it's like, okay, now that you have that, now we have some paid stuff. It's like, okay.
Right. Blood and Wine, right? Which is basically another Witcher game.
Yeah.
You know, which is super interesting. And yeah, I mean, which is a weird, right? I mean, that's weird. You see, Project Red was the odd one out. Like, they did something that was so great that it was like, why are you doing this? How are you making money off this? This doesn't make any sense.
We're adding a new mode. And also there's an expansion coming out. Like, I'm thinking of Don't Starve. I'm like,
right. Don't Starve makes you pay for everything, right? Like, anytime you want a little bit more, you got to pay for it, which is super interesting. And
Titanfall's like, here, new maps, new everything. How about some skins? I'm like,
yeah, I mean, let's talk about one of my favorite games of all time, if not my favorite game of all time, The Last of Us. They segmented their player base awful. Like because they just like they made you buy map packs. That was awful. They made you buy weapons.
I was about to say, especially weapons.
But remember the one shotgun came out, everybody was freaking out because the shotgun was super OP. You had to buy it.
Oh, and the Enforcer came out too.
Oh yeah, the Enforcer.
We annihilated with the Enforcer.
About that Enforcer. I wrote the Revolver was exciting. Yeah, seriously. I mean, like Last of Us, that was awful. Yeah. I mean, I was like, this is a stupid idea. You're segmenting it's just so bad. Yeah. And now again, we're seeing this kind of shift. We haven't paid for anything in Overwatch, $60 game, but they've been giving us so much.
Juxtaposed to Battlefront, which you haven't really got much of anything. Like,
right.
And so it's like now you have Job the Hunt contracts. I'm like, okay, what? It's like, here's a weapon. And it's like, oh, and by the way, you can now have now we have these packs coming out. What are they? I don't know.
Yeah.
You should buy the season pass.
I mean,
why? You don't even know what you're selling, but you should do it because it's Star Wars.
Welcome to EA.
And I'm like, no.
A lot of people were like, yes. You know, so I mean, I think even games like Final Fantasy 15, which is what I was kind of mentioning before, is that it's a single player game, right?
Right.
There's no multiplayer in it. But even that game is kind of like a service.
Yeah, they're adding like a whole new chapter of story to give content.
No. They're fixing a chapter.
Oh,
they're fixing a chapter. But they are adding content to the chapter to make it make more sense. But the fact that they're adding all of these things, a lot of free stuff. Also, their microtransactions are like 50 cents. Super weird. So you can buy like a suit for Noctis, like a camera kit, like for Prompto, a couple of weapons, like 50 cents a piece, which is weird. Again, like very cheap in terms of microtransactions. You know, like it's like what, like 50 cents. Like I mean, it was so bizarre for me to see the 50 cents. I only have ever had a cent number in my my wallet for PlayStation. It was 50 cents. It's like, sure.
Or even something like Hitman. Episodic, but then they keep adding like new people to kill for a limited amount of time.
Yeah. So it's just interesting. It was just interesting for me to think about for a second. And I think when we talk about DLC and patches, again, even a single player game, they're consistently patching it. They call it a live team, right? Yes. So they finish the game, the production team leaves, and now there's new live teams. And the live teams, for example, Naughty Dog is a great example. They finished the game, They finished the game.
Beat it gold.
The guys that finished it, right? Half of them, or probably 3/4 of them, went to go make Last of Us 2, right? And then probably a fourth of them went to go make the Lost Legacy or whatever, which is the DLC. And then there was the live team. The live team works on the multiplayer consistently. And I just think that that's awesome. And I think that it's a new thing. Aside from the DLC and patches, right, this is what I'm really getting to, is events and tournaments. And this is when we start to see company versus community, right?
Right.
Perfect example, obviously, is Hardsuit Labs and Blacklight Retribution. Blacklight Retribution is kind of notorious for this like game that the community is always working on, and so were the developers, and now the developers have kind of dropped out. For what I think is good reason, right? The developers no longer can work on this game without seeing good return, right? It all would be a gesture of goodwill, which is kind of my point originally, right? Is that like, how is Overwatch making money off of its live installer base, right? Like they're not making any money off of me. I've never bought loot boxes. I don't care. Like I just want to play the game. If I get something, cool. But like otherwise, I don't care. So how are they making money off of me? They're obviously seeing a return, but Hardsuit Labs is no longer seeing a return on the. It's a free to play game, right? So people are maybe spending money, maybe not. I remember people would gloat about how they weren't spending money on the game, and I was like, cool. But like Hardsuit Labs
gets that attachment. Jeez.
Right. I mean, and that's fine. If that's what you want to do, fine. But like Hardsuit Labs makes no money off you then, right? And now people are wondering why Hardsuit Labs isn't working on it. And I think it's interesting because this is when you see a game, Destiny's doing the same thing, where you see games where the company has decided we can no longer work on this, but the community is still involved.
Right.
What I love the most about this is seeing these new live teams in the communities work together. And this is kind of the major conversation that I want to have, or at least that I want to bring up. We don't even have to have like a long conversation about it. We're already like an hour, 45 minutes in here. But it's something that I really want to bring up because there are these tournaments that we're doing in Blacklight Retribution.
Yes.
And the narrative for Blacklight Retribution right now is that it's dead. But it's obviously not. And I think that that's what's interesting. I was making this explanation, or I had made this comment before, that I played MAG until the servers were closing. Literally. Like I remember the day the servers closed and me and Ballistic Phoenix were playing MAG on the PlayStation 3 and people were lagging everywhere. But we didn't care because it was MAG. We were just like, dude, we can't even move. We don't even. Like you spawn in with a parachute, and we're like, wee. Like I mean, it's crazy. But there was something about the game. MAG's not even that great of a game, but there was something about it that the community couldn't let go of it. And if you watch, it's sad. I'll show it to you. If you type in MAG right on YouTube, there's a video that will come up that I'll show it to you. That is a guy talking about the ending of MAG. And it's like, he's like, yeah, guys, like MAG is ending. And like, it's one of the saddest videos I've ever seen. And like, it hits your heartstrings. And you see the comments consistently every month, new comments, right? Because people love this game. And I think Blacklight Retribution, you can keep calling the game dead, but the servers aren't down yet. This game is alive. And the only way to keep it alive is if the community stays in it. And I think it's just interesting. You take a look at a game like Minecraft, right? No one's Minecraft's not a live service. You know what I mean? Sure, they like update the game, like they give you new texture packs, but they're not like, all right, guys, new event, like new DLC, like it's just new texture packs. We're the ones that make Minecraft work.
Now
right?
they're horses. Now they're these things
Right.
in craft. There's no like, oh, for this limited time only, you have this material which pops up in this area of the
Right,
map. And you're
right.
like, what?
Yeah, there is no live service being had for Minecraft. You buy the game and now you're playing the game.
Yeah, you can't monitor anything either. So it's
Right.
just like the community can only do so much for Minecraft.
Exactly.
On consoles, I know on PC, it's this whole other ball game.
Yeah. PC Minecraft is incredible. I don't know. It was something that I had been thinking about a lot, is that these events and these tournaments are left up to us. The community,
You obviously know I'm obsessed with Titanfall too.
Sure,
but I would
sure.
love some events. Playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2 and how many events there are, and how many live things there are, how many like switches and changes and like new updates and stuff like that.
Sure.
I'm literally all back into Garden Warfare 2. How did this happen? Like, because of all these events, because of this being as a service. And how do they make their money? Off of sticker currencies. Yeah. You want to get the packs.
Microtransactions.
Yeah. And I'm like, I do, but I'm not going to give you nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just interesting, you know? And I think, I know you're kind of not just getting into, but recently you 2-ish, 3-ish years ago, you got into multiplayer games.
Yeah, I was in that super relatively recently.
Yeah. And so it's like, it's weird because at some point, I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe not everybody, but for me to go from hardcore RPG nerd to first-person shooter, enthusiast.
You see the way I play shooters now.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so interesting. And I just, when I made the clan, Cast Clan and Blacklight, shout out. Which, by the way,
extra shout out to the Cast Clan, because that symbol appears on my character as like a Loki Easter egg for my friends.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a little badge, has a little cat with a mustache on it.
I mean, it's the Cast Clan was like, it was difficult. It was difficult to make a clan. There was no clan system in Blacklight Retribution. We made it. So we made the Cast Clan, made a chat for it, had practices for it, did events for it. Then the BCL was created for PS4, thanks to Heaven Clone and Mexican, Cassandra, obviously. And we're the ones who built that. And I think that's interesting. When we get a game, so many of us are like, oh, like the game isn't doing this, or the developers aren't doing this. But like, especially in terms of Hardsuit Labs, like Hardsuit Labs is busy. Like they're trying to make money. Like they're an independent studio.
Stuff, touching up stuff. They're doing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if I go back to their webpage, I'm not gonna do it, but if you go back to their webpage, they're working on things, and like everybody not everybody, but people get upset because again, they're not working on the game. And apparently, there is this blog post that I will probably do, not a blog post, but there is a post on the forums that they talk about. Basically, they're not working on the game anymore, which I will probably talk about in a different video separately, probably a vlog. But I mean, I just think it's interesting that. The game, everyone's saying the game is dead, but there's a tournament happening tonight at 8:00 Eastern Standard Time. Hit the notifications.
I was so invested. I was like, "Oh, right. Yeah,
but there's this tournament that's happening, and it's by two guys got together. They were like, "Hey, Chaingear, can you host this?" I was like, "Yeah, for sure. Why not? I don't play this game. I don't play Blacklight, but I love Blacklight, and this game isn't gonna die until people want it to die. And if you keep saying that it's dead, then it's dead." If you don't want to play it anymore, then stop playing it. But I think the fact that other people are still playing it, new people are in it. I just met Golden. What was it? Golden Angel. Golden Angel plays Blacklight. Why does Golden Angel play Blacklight? I don't know, but Golden Angel plays Blacklight. I've never met Golden Angel before. So I think seeing these, there are new people that play this game. There are old people that play this game. I saw Old School on it the other day. Best player in Blacklight. And now this underground tournament is getting started, which, to give you guys a little bit of background, the underground tournament is basically made by B3, and please let me log in. And these guys, made this because BCL takes a lot of effort. BCL is these are legitimate large tournaments with big payout in terms of it's the BCL camo, the BCL helmet. This is just a fun tournament that they're funding. You know what I mean? It's them. They're hosting it. It's all them. 2 people. So And there may be some other things that go on, and we'll talk about that after. But there are some other things that might happen because of this. And if this goes well, you probably will see more. So anyway, I just thought that it made me want to go back and play Blacklight Retribution, and I think that and no one's doing that aside from the community.
The mortality really hit you, huh? Just the idea of this, like, I mean, if this really goes down the way it is doing, it'll die if we don't, if we stop playing.
Yeah, I mean, I did a video for those that maybe may or may not remember. It was called "The Future of Blacklight," and I think it was titled like "The Future's Up to Us," or "It's Up to Us." I think it's "Up to Us: The Future of Blacklight," episode 3 or something like that. And that's because it's true. The future of Blacklight is in our hands now more than ever. Now that literally Lord Alpha, all of Heartsuit Labs is like, yeah, we're not working on this anymore, guys. We don't have time.
Cue sad piano while you're doing this. No, it's up to us.
No, it's like, oh man, that's gonna make a mad reference. But yeah, guys, I don't know. That's really all. I didn't have like too much of a discussion. I knew I didn't want to alienate you completely, so I didn't just talk about Blacklight. But I mean, I think it's just interesting. I realize that I'm like, the reason that my gameplay has changed so much, the way that I play games, is because of Blacklight Retribution. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, I got invested into this game that was a niche community, just like Mag, and it felt great because the community. Like, I was just watching Sharkhead's most recent video about his face reveal and how he's never going to reveal his face probably, and he was talking about how he was the most well-known player in Blacklight, and that is true. And the fact that he doesn't have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, but he was like the celebrity of our game. Zero Amada was the celebrity of our game. Lord Alf, obviously being the head VP of Heartsuit Labs, a celebrity of our game. Old School Israel, the best player on PlayStation 4. Don't like it? Fight me. Obviously a celebrity of this game. You could argue that myself, Piggyback Cobra, Smoke Wild, Heaven Clone, Mexican, even to some degree, all of us, celebrities of this game. And I don't mean celebrity in a way that like, we're super popular. I mean, like, we're the people, we come back and try and make this game work, right? Like, we care about this game, and like, this is our domain, right? This isn't EA's domain. This isn't Ubisoft's domain. This isn't PlayStation's domain. This is ours. So I don't really have anything else to say. I've got some Blacklight Retribution things in the works.
It's so beautiful.
Thanks, I appreciate it. I've got some Blacklight Retribution things in the works.
Damn.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to do this, but I definitely am. And it has to do with you guys. So this isn't. I'm not just making content. It has to do with you guys. So get ready for that. I've got some work to do on it. It's not just a video. It's more than that. So I'm really excited to kind of get back into Blacklight in a different way. I don't see myself playing a ton, but I do see myself getting back involved in the community, because what would make me the happiest is for us to keep Blacklight going until Heartsuit Labs says that there's a Heartsuit Labs says that there is a Blacklight Retribution 2 or a Blacklight 3. That would be incredible. So if we could do that, and I don't know when that's coming, I don't know if it is coming, but if it is, I want to be one of the reasons that this game survives up to that point.
The power's going back to you, the people.
Yeah, thanks.
Blacklight is no longer dead. Heartsuit Labs will rise again, and while we wait, the people, must keep it going.
Oh, wait. I got one.
Until the servers are closed. Then you'll have my permission to die.
All right, guys, that's really all I wanted to say. I know this was a long GearCast, but it's been a while, and for something just felt like I needed to keep going with this. And we had a lot to talk about, and I don't know, to me this just felt better. So more videos to come. I believe a new Peaches Picks is going to come out, which is surprising. So if you guys want to learn a little bit more about life, a little less about games, get ready for that.
And it's going to be, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because this is going to be for my Tumblr-based stuff. So we're going to talk about relationships. There's going to be the F word. Like, there's going to be some stuff going on. But if you're interested in like having us talk about life and games and stuff outside of here, and just, about love and all kinds of stuff, join a Peach Fuzz community, peachfuzzcomics.tumblr.com. But I'm super excited to make this transition too. And like, you being my first guest is going to be super rad. So
yeah, there's new stuff coming up on the channel. I don't know exactly how everything's going to go. I just know that my thoughts towards gaming have changed quite a bit, and I can't hide my allegiance to Blacklight Retribution any longer. So that's basically it. Thanks for joining, guys. Like this video if you like it, dislike it if you dislike it. We'll probably be online playing some games. I'm definitely going to keep playing some more Ghost Recon. I'm going to show you Ghost Recon. I'm going to show you some Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, I'm going to show you some Final Fantasy 15, probably some other games. And then, of course, you guys should see me online probably around 7:30, 7:45, starting the stream. And then the tournament will start at 8 o'clock. So get ready.
Goodbye.
See you guys. Oh, actually, I'll also be in the chat. So even though this is about to end, I will be in the chat just to kind of chat with you guys a little bit. So peace out.
Blacklight is yours. Do as you please.